exclusion and do get excluded disproportionately. The amount of black boys that are permanently excluded is so high, and also there's a direct correlation between those who've been permanently excluded and those that end up in prison. And so I'm trying to get that number down. Also, we have an epidemic of the knife crime, so it's really, really important trying to make sure that our boys are not getting involved in the knife crime, especially with the gangs who are spending lots of money to groom the young boys to get them into the gangs at a younger age. And there's kind of lots of work to do, and because the government, of course, has closed down lots of youth centres, and so now the youth have got nowhere to go, so they hang out on the streets. So I do a lot of mentoring with the young boys and also with parents, trying to advise parents on the best way to keep their young people safe.
Now, the first question is, what is wrong with young black boys born in Britain or growing up in Britain, especially in the inner cities and particularly in London?
What is wrong with them?
What's wrong?
Okay, to be honest with you, I think we have to start off with the racism that they're facing inside the structural, the white supremacy and the structural racism that is inside the education system. And one of the things is that they do not learn about themselves. So as young black boys growing up, they don't learn about their own history. So, you know, their self-esteem is not being, like raised. Okay? And also as well, we do have like a systemic racism where some teachers have low expectations of some of the black boys as well. So these together cause a real issue. And also because of the lack of understanding and history about who they are, they look for role models in the wrong place. So their role models end up to be people that are making lots of money, even if it's through criminal means. So they start looking up to, like a lot of these rappers. And unfortunately, the majority of the rappers are portraying a lifestyle which is detrimental, which is destructive, okay, for a young black boy to be aspiring to. So and also the lack of role models. Also in our community, we do have a large percentage of like one-parent families, a lack of the male role model in the home. Also, again, when we look at the class issue, there's high levels of deprivation in a lot of the black homes, which finds that sometimes the homes that do have both parents, maybe they're both working, leaving lots of time for the children to be on their own, and this is where they can be affected and led astray. So there's the issues against the young black boys is actually, there's many layers of it. So for example, when they go in front of a judge, they're 4 times more likely to go to prison than their white counterparts. When they're in the mental health institutes, they're 4 times more likely to be detained in the mental health and given higher levels of drugs than their white counterparts. So all of these issues together ends to a lot of issues for the young black boys.